Okay, so for the first one here, what do we have to do? Foil, distribute, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to multiply them out. 3x minus 7, 4x plus 5. What's 5 times negative 7? Negative 35. What's 5 times 3x? 15x. 4x times negative 7? Negative 28x, and that goes under the other x's. And 4x times 3x? 12x squared. So we've got a negative 35 here. 15 and negative 28 make a negative 13x and 12x squared. So 12x squared minus 13x minus 35. Everybody get that? Anybody not get that? Why couldn't we have done this stuff earlier? Because we weren't ready yet. Group. So we're subtracting here. 3 minus a negative 8 is positive 11. Subtraction. Negative 12 minus 3 is negative 15x. And 9 minus 4? 5x squared. How many of you had that? Do you know where the problem was, Mike?
Yep.
Okay. The negatives got you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, any questions off the homework we had from last Thursday? Yeah, what is it? Okay, so on that note, if you're still working on the quiz, feel free to take as much time as you need, but we are going to start our new stuff. So we left off, we were talking about operations with these algebraic numbers, and we just had our quiz on some of them. Well, let's take a look now at another set of operations that we can have with those numbers. You know, we've done our main four: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But remember, we have two other operations sitting out there that we haven't used. Do you remember, what does this equal? X to the 12th. When we have a power of a power, you end up multiplying the powers. So what's this end up being, Sam? What's this one end up being? Y to the 88th. Good. Just 8 times 11. So how is this one going to turn out? Is that going to be 5 times 6 is 30? No. You do have to take it to the 6th power. 5 to the 6th power is 15,625. Do you guys all remember how to do that on your calculator, right? That'll be x to the what? 18. 3 times 6 is 18. Y to the 42, because 7 times 6 is 42. So in your notes, I want you to try this one. Sure. In your notes, try that one quick. Okay, so 4 to the 5th power is 1,024. Very good. Then x to the 35th, y to the 5th, and z to the 15th. Very good. Yeah.
How does this relate to our field of study?
To be honest, if you're staying in the construction side of it, not so much at all. If you get into the architectural design side and more of the engineering side, where you have to be able to size beams and stuff like that, then you will see more of it. But as far as on the job site, no, you won't see it. Okay, so how about something like this? Is that going to be 9x squared minus 4?
No, it's going to be 3x squared minus 2 times 3x squared minus 2.
Perfect. Squared means times itself. So now you guys know how to do that in your notes. Multiply that out. So what do you get this to come out to be? 9x squared minus 12x plus 4. How many of you got that? Anybody not have any idea how to get that? Okay. So, everybody's got it. Try this one. Try that one and see what you get. Where do we start on this one? The exponent. So 5 to the power of 4 is 256, correct?
I got
625 is more correct. You're right.
Because you have the right numbers, just in the wrong order.
No, I was waiting for somebody to be over here to be paying attention and tell me I was wrong. But...
Okay.
So anyway, what's next?
X to the 4th, y to the 20th.
Y to the 20th. You got it. So now then we got to multiply. Well, this can be kind of a tough one because there are going to be some big numbers. I'm going to start out with these first two. What's 4 times 625? 2500. X to the 7, y to the 21. And then that'll be times a negative 3x squared y to the 3rd. So 2500 times negative 3 is negative 7500. X to the 9, y to the 24. Very good. Any questions? 21 plus 3 is 24. So, what's this going to be then? Now remember, when we're asking for a square root, it is asking us what thing squared is going to equal that. X to what power squared is going to equal x to the 8? 4, yeah, because 4 times 2 equals 8. Because 4 times 2 equals 8. So this is x to the 4th. How about the square root of x to the 20th? X to the 10, because 10 times 2 equals 20. And so x to the 10th squared. So when we are taking a square root, you're just dividing the exponent by 2. So would that make sense then that if we did a... What's that going to be? X to the 4th. Because x to the 4th to the 3rd power would be x to the 12th. 4 times 3 is 12. So it's the 3rd root. Basically, you're just taking the power and dividing by the index of the root. So, what's this going to become? Perfect. Just like the powers, we take each piece. The square root of 6 is, or square root of 36 is 6. Now, technically, it could be negative 6 also, but we're only going to worry about the positive one. X to the 4th, y to the 6. Yeah, so we square root the number portion, the name, or the count portion. And then we just divide the powers on the names by 2. So how about this? What's this going to become?
3x to the 3rd y.
3x to the 3rd y. Good, because... Guys, stick with me. The 4th root of 81 is 3. Now, do you guys remember how to do 4th root on your calculator? If you don't, okay. You have the x root key. You just have to put in 4, then x root, and then 81. Some of you have to put in 81, x root, and then 4. Some of your calculators work backwards. So then it's x to the 12. You got to do 12 divided by 4 is 3, so x to the 3rd. Then y to the fourth. 4 divided by 4 is 1. You get it to work, Mike? No? Hold up your calculator once just so I can see it. On yours, you're going to put in 81. Then do second x root. It's the y to the x key, yep. And then 4. You hit second square root, didn't you? You got the y to the x key over on the right side. I think it's the second key down. So type in 81, then second y to the x. That's your x root key. 3, there you go. So in your notes, I want you to try this one for me. Try that one, see what you come up with. So what'd you guys get?
It is 2x.
There we go, perfect. The 10th root of 1024 is 2, and then you divide the powers, so x to the third, y to the fifth, z to the 1, or just z. Good deal. It is time for me to give you a little homework for the first hour here.
And then we get a break.
After you work on the homework for 15 minutes or so. In the big book, page 345, exercise 13-6, do the odds. Also in the big book, page 349, exercise 13-7, also do the odds. Then in your little book, units 30 and 31, do the odds.